Welcome to Keep Many Live. David is with me from Dopeghost and in Springfield, Massachusetts, where I've never been to, but we'll talk about that later. Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me on.
What's I don't know much about. I mean, I know a lot about the Northeast just since I'm in the Northeast, but sometimes I start the show with weather. So we'll start with the weather since it's Easter. Happy Easter, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's Easter kind of starts spring. Is it getting warmer up there? Are you getting more?
It is, thank God. It is.
Yes. Gosh, I can't stand the snow. You like the snow?
Not particularly.
I don't either. I'm
Over
always jealous when I have bands from like the South or like LA or Phoenix or something, and it's just like 81 degrees and we're struggling to get above 20 here, I hate that.
Yeah, it's long winter. It's basically 8 months of winter and then like 2 weeks of spring.
It's brutal.
4 months of blistering heat and then 2 weeks of fall.
And we do it every year. We complain every year, and then in the summertime it gets too hot, and we complain about that. But
yeah,
I would much rather be burning up than freezing to death. I don't know.
I gotta agree.
I don't know what 1,000 ways to die. Well, here's 2 ways to die: freeze to death or burn up. I don't know. Okay, that's dumb. Anyway, so what's going? So I was looking at Google Earth last night and kind of floating around around Springfield and kind of seeing where exactly Springfield is, and it's kind of near Boston, right? Kind of. I noticed the Celtics hat, so you got to be a Celtics fan, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about the area and maybe a little bit about the music scene there, and
Oh boy, yeah. So it's not like it's like Boston. If Worcester is like the shitty little brother to Boston, then Springfield is the shitty little brother to Worcester. I
really?
guess. But yeah. But the basketball was invented here, so we have a basketball.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, the Naismith thing is there.
Dr. Seuss is from here.
Yeah.
He has a little museum.
Mm-hmm. I did see that.
It's
Have you
cool.
been there? Have you been to the museum?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Yeah. You wouldn't go now? You wouldn't go now?
I would. I just haven't.
Yeah. Maybe like a
band
trip to the museum.
When we were kids, a lot of cool like metal core bands came out of this area. Kill Switch is from here. Shadows Fall is from here. All That Remains is from here. Acacia Strain is from here. A lot of bands.
Tough shoes to fill, like really.
Surrounding area. So there were a lot of shows all the time we were growing up. It seems to kind of petered off after a while, but yeah, we're just doing our thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are tough shoes to fill. Really, bands coming out of there. Out of Springfield, actually, right? Right out of
Yeah,
Springfield.
if you will, the greater Western
Great.
Mass area.
Yeah, yeah. There's been a lot of bands that have come out of like the Northeast, really, that I found out
Oh
that I didn't
yeah.
even know about. Um, so okay. So reading your bio, when I was reading your bio last night, and we were talking a little bit before we went live. You did Vans Warped Tour. You did a date on Vans Warped Tour. How did that? How did remind me how that came into fruition? How you were able to you were touring? You were touring with somebody, or I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look.
We just like when we first started, we just really played a ton of shows,
Yeah.
like every weekend, pretty much for a long, long time. Did a grip of tours, and we were always just playing like every weekend. So we were very, very active, and it just I don't know when the opportunity popped up, it just like I guess we were one of the ones that they were like, yeah, this band.
Was it
It's
badass? The actual doing the Vans Warped Tour?
yeah, it was sick. It was sick. It was cool to
Did you
pop
get to
up
meet
shop.
anybody any bigger bands while you were since you were one of the bands playing? Were you able to
I
connect
mean,
with any?
yeah, we were always rubbing elbows with different bands that were, a few clicks ahead, a few clicks behind, and then of course there's the bands that are just, on the actual tour and just crushing it. So
Yeah, yeah, that's gotta be surreal though. Just to be back there, with them, just mingling in the behind the, where nobody else, where the general public isn't really, back in the, I guess backstage you'd call it, back in the lot.
yeah, there was some of that, but we were just kind of kicking it at our merch table and hanging out
Yeah.
with people and just doing our thing.
I,
Long
I,
day.
when I was interviewing Sunbreak a couple of weeks ago, the drummer said something really, really. I've never heard actually, but it's true. We were talking about when you play a show and you have merch and you want to try to connect with people that listen to your music, but you really have to try to convince them to buy a T-shirt. Like he said, you're basically a mobile T-shirt seller.
Yeah, yeah, a band is basically a group of traveling t-shirt
It
salesmen.
is, and like I've never thought of it like that before. It really is, but like you get those fans. They're true fans of your music, and they yeah, and some of them won't even talk to you. Like I've talked to bands sometimes that say those people that'll buy like everything that we have. They don't even really stand and talk very long. Because they just want they're going to move on to the next table maybe or just but they will really, and then you'll get the people that come up and talk to you that don't buy anything at all. Those
Yeah.
are awesome. Those
Hey, either
kids.
way, it's cool to connect with people. That's what it's about because, when you put it like that, being a traveling t-shirt salesman, it's not the best business model in the world, and that's for
No,
sure.
it's not. But it's really. I mean, that's not really what it is. I mean, yeah, you
No.
are. You do need to sell things because that does help you sometimes get to the next city to play. If you're on
Oh my
tour,
God, yeah.
that's gas money. But you're really selling your. Well, you're not really selling yourself, I guess. I don't know. That's a hard thing to. You really don't want to put yourself out like that. Like you're selling it. You're. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just it doesn't. It. I could understand what he was saying, but you're more. I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard topic for me. I can't.
Yeah.
Because
At the end of the
you're
day,
passionate about it. Your fans are coming to see you, or they wouldn't. That'd be your selling point.
yeah,
Playing.
absolutely.
But
Absolutely. And that's the coolest thing in the world. So,
do
put
you
my
guys give things away also when at your merch table? Do you?
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the dudes that stand and talk to you forever and be like, all right, so what can I get for free?
yeah, a free CD.
I like stickers. I like free stickers. Of course,
Sticker.
stickers are expensive too, though. They can be expensive.
Boom. Free sticker.
Oh yeah, see, but we're gonna have to exchange because I have. Oh yeah, see, I got these, and
There you go.
I do have band stickers also. Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Did you one of these? Anyway, merchandise. You guys do the Bandcamp merch? What are they? Bandcamp Fridays? Do you guys do that stuff? You guys sell anything on
Um,
Bandcamp?
yeah, frankly, I'm just getting back into this kind of. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, give me a little bit of what happened. Okay, so after the Warped Tour and you're gaining hype. You're gaining momentum with the band, and then all of a sudden the pandemic hits.
Yeah,
Right.
sure. Yeah.
What kind of went on? What went on in your all's mind? I mean, everybody and I had the same thing. You know, what the hell is this, and when can we get back and play? You know,
Yeah, right. Yeah,
what was kind of the kicker? Because you mentioned in the bio that you kind of refreshed and now you're coming back. So kind of give us a little bit of a taste of that.
yeah, sure. So 2015 we started. Like I said, we just started ripping shows as much and as often as we could. We put out a couple EPs, and yeah, we were starting to get some momentum and some traction, and we had a lot of good like running mates, uh, peers that were like at a similar level that we did a lot of good work with, and yeah, we started to just get all the cool shows that came through. Like played with Every Time I Die and a lot like Birds, all sorts of cool shows, and we got the Warp Tour. But because we were so busy doing that all the time, we were struggling to write a full length, which we felt was like sort of the next move.
Hmm.
So we just this was before the pandemic. We decided to stop playing shows and kind of focus in on finishing that record. And between getting that done and getting to the studio to record it, our singer at the time kind of lost interest. He wasn't super involved in the writing process, and he felt it was best for him to leave, which is totally cool. Still a dear friend of mine, love him to death. He's a good guy.
Sure.
So we kind of threw around the idea of getting a new singer, but I didn't really want to put someone on a full length LP and kind of be in the same situation a little ways down the road. So I had kind of threw some stuff down at being the guitar player. Uh, Vocally, I threw some stuff down, and we were just like, yeah, heck, if this works, let's do it. So um, I we weren't playing shows. We finished writing the record. Then I had to really kind of focus in, learn how to sing, and then learn how to sing and play everything at the
Jeez.
same time, and then be uh, coherent enough to be able to go in and do a good job and record everything. So being independent, uh, I pretty much shelled out all the dough for all that stuff, the recording. We got vinyls done, merch done, bought a van. Literally, we're about to hit the road. We are well rehearsed and tight now as a three-piece unit to be able to go out on the road and play these new songs. And we were about to leave for tour, and I think like 3 days later, the whole country shut down. So that
Yeah.
stung like a bitch, you know. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like that's 4 years ago now, and
Yeah. It's crazy.
um, you know that affected everyone at the same time.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
not just musicians, literally
What
every
did
on the
what
planet.
did you guys end up? What did you do the most of? When it comes to the band, what did you do the most of during that downtime of the pandemic?
So everyone kind of had their own way of dealing with that stuff. So we just kind of there were internal things I think everyone had going on because of COVID. It like not only physically was harming people, but the mental health of like the
The
country.
unknown. The unknown was what I think was the biggest thing for me. Like the unknown. Like what I remember. I live kind of near the interstate out here, and I remember going out. I think I went out for cigarettes or something because the Exxon was definitely open, but that was in the early part. But there was nobody at all on the interstate, and like usually, like I mean, sometimes I'll go out at 3, 4 in the morning to get something, and there's at least a car or two or definitely trucks, but there was nobody. It was a parking lot, and it's like what? And that was kind of the scariest thing. Is like, should I even be out?
Yeah,
Like, should I be out? This isn't like what do they say mandatory? You have to leave or whatever. I mean, but it was definitely surreal. Like what happened here?
yeah,
Where is
yeah,
everybody? Like
yeah. It was a trip. So yeah, I just we didn't really know what to do. We tried to do some like internet marketing, and that was all going fine and dandy. But it was just like a super buzzkill, and no one knew what was going to happen, and everyone was out of work. So I actually ended up moving to Detroit uh,
really?
for a job. Yeah,
Yeah.
um, and that was fun. I lived there for a while, and I just I purchased Cubase, the recording
Yeah.
software,
Yeah.
and I got pretty good at that. And I just started writing like more songs, just kind of for fun,
Mm-hmm.
heavier songs, and the some of which is that new Bliss Junkie EP. So I'm
I was
super
just gonna
pumped.
say, did it develop into what you're doing now? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Those are those ideas. A lot of these ideas, and some a bunch of songs that are yet to come, probably be out a little later this year. Um, are from that era of sort of just no one
So,
knows what to believe anymore. No one knows what's going to happen, and here we are. So,
so after the pandemic was over, and well, not over, but I don't know if it's ever over, but after everything opened back up, people were playing shows again. You could go see shows. What was the focus at that point? When the band kind of got together and said, okay, what are we going to do now? What was the conversation then?
yeah. So, like I said, I had these songs. It's basically me and my drummer Alex moved out there with me, and he had some personal problems at the time and was dealing with them in like not the most healthy way. So he got all cleaned up and just trying to figure out how to navigate his life. Like music wasn't really at the top of our list,
Right.
frankly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was just kind of writing these songs for fun, and I just planned to put them out for fun. But they came out so good, I was like, why don't we just
Keep going.
do,
Yeah.
do a little marketing and get this thing going again? Because, but yeah, the lineup changes. So now I am the guitar player, but not like the guitar player in a live setting. I'm figuring out how to be, you know,
How was that process for you?
a lead vocalist. And
Did you ever want to do that? Like
no,
no.
no. Out of necessity. And yeah, so yeah, so there's been some lineup changes. We just brought a new guy on. He's playing guitar. He's doing a great job. Our buddy Dan is now playing bass, and we rehearse at his house a lot.
Nice.
And Alex, he's doing a great job on the drums. So we're gonna be ship shape and ready to start ripping some shows by this spring, if not early summer. So super
Really
excited.
good shit. You need to bring it down this way if you can. If you find yourself
Yeah,
ready
absolutely.
to
So
schedule,
yeah, we just
let me
got asked
know.
to play Doom and Gloom festival like in Tampa, Florida,
Nice.
October. So that's a long fucking drive from here. So we're
Yeah,
definitely trying
you
to
might
make
want
a
to hit
run.
some spots on the way down. Yeah, you got
Yeah, no, on the way
come down
back.
here. You can crash here in the studio, and
Yeah, hell yeah,
we
man.
can hang out. So,
We played West Virginia a couple
all right.
times. We toured with a band from there, Fever War.
Fever War. I don't know if I've heard of them.
Yeah, they were awesome. They were so cool. So
Where have you played here? Do you
oh,
remember?
I'm not going. I'm not going to remember the names of the clubs.
That's all right. Well, when you come through, we'll get you. I know a bunch of great places around here that are.
Yeah, that'd be great, man. I appreciate that very much. And we could.
Let's take a listen to one of your songs. That way, people that don't know you, they need to know you because it's really good. I love this stuff.
Sweet.
Once
Appreciate
burnt, twice shy. We'll play that one first. Why is it called that?
It's a good question.
You wrote the lyrics, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
What is it about? You think?
I don't know. Losing, sort of getting away from a synchronized sort of feeling in life where you feel like you're on the right path, and yeah, the this sort of divisiveness we're all sort of dealing with nowadays. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Maybe you can tell me what it's about, or whoever's listening could tell me what it's about. That'd be great. But I think that's what it's about.
Sometimes I don't know what I write about either. So it's
Yeah.
I mean, I do at the time, but then it's like, well, if somebody asks me the question, I'm like, how don't I can't explain it. It's just writing at the time. I don't know. But here is Dopeghost with Once Burnt, Twice Shy. Check this stuff out. It's really good. That's great. I love that. I love. I say this on every show, but when you hear it on cans, it's so different. It's so
Oh my
different than
God.
hearing it on a
No.
speaker. You know, like I've been listening to my truck and doing things here in the studio, and it's just so different when you can hear everything in just some of those parts. It's just like, whoa, that was kind of like that breakdown or that the change there in the middle. I was like, oh yeah, that's it's it's not like a punch or anything. You know, it's not like Jackson, but it's just hearing it, it's just like, oh yeah, that works. I would have never thought to do it that way. You know, so that's very good song, very good.
Appreciate it, man.
Very good stuff. Yeah, that's it's kind of it's a different vibe, and I like that. It's not. It doesn't sound like anybody that I've listened to recently, or really at all. You know, it's got a different flavor to it, and I like it. It's a good tasting flavor. I don't know. That's a weird way to describe
Yeah,
it.
well, I appreciate that. I really do because there's a there's a lot of great stuff out there, but my focus is always I want to do something different that's still palatable.
Right? Yeah, it's working. It's working for
Appreciate it,
sure.
man. I'm
It's
excited.
I don't like to listen to the same thing all the time. I mean, there's a lot of bands out there that sound exactly the same.
Mhm.
Or very similar. But I can't name somebody that listens that you guys sound like or that sounds like Dope Ghost. I just don't know who that would be because it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I'm
Speaking
happy.
of Dope Ghost, though, where did the name come from? This has been bugging me for a couple days now.
I guess I don't know. I wanted to call it something different. I have had this experience in my older band where we broke down on the way to a show, and we got a room at this really strange hotel
They're out
in
there.
New York, in upstate New York, and yeah, we all decided to get drinks at this bar, and it was like this weird older crowd that it almost seemed like it was a ghost bar. Like all of them were just sort of
Just
oh,
there.
so now that was going on every single night, the same interactions. They all just they they sort of so I thought they were all a bunch of dope ghosts. So I
That's a cool name. I remember. Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good.
thought it
What,
was different.
what was the old band called that
In
you
the
were with?
direction of the sun.
That's a long name.
Hmm.
It's a good name though. Yeah, I like that. So you kind of said that phrase and then just kind of put it in your back pocket and said something down the road would be.
Yeah, yeah. That unfortunately, I mean, any band I'm sure can relate to this, but that first band just felt like it had this dark cloud over its head. No matter what we tried to do, it just went to dog shit. And so we hung that up, and I held that experience of being in that ghost bar quite close.
Yeah.
Felt like
That's a cool story. I like that. I like that.
it.
So the original members wise, it's you. Obviously it's you. And is there one other person in the band that's
Yeah, Alex, the drummer, is an original member. So
okay? And then so you have a new bass player and a new guitar player.
yeah,
Well,
we've had a plethora of bass players.
that's good. That's a good thing to have a plethora of because it's tough to find drummers around here. Drummers and bass players is
Yeah,
kind of difficult. So
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, a plethora is good. Is a good number. Plethora.
Yep.
What do you say we talk a little bit about landmarks? I was just when we were listening to the song, I got back and I was like, well, which one am I going to use here? Because I like to look also to see what as I explore around your area, what I could find on the map. But there's always those things that you can't find on a map that only local people know about. Sometimes there isn't. I don't know. I don't think I've come across that yet. Though. Like when bands really or when guests really start thinking about it, they can come up with something, and it doesn't have to be like funny or strange. Like just something that not everybody's gonna be able to find unless they go there and meet a local and say, hey, you should check this out. Do you have anything like that in Springfield that you can think of,
Landmarks. I mean,
or anything that's just just not known?
it has a sort of a rich history. I mean, Dr. Seuss is from here.
Yeah,
He's like
that's
the original like trap rapper. You know what I mean?
yeah, 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 for
Um,
sure. That's a good way to put it.
uh, and basketball was invented here because
Yeah.
of the pitcher, and the kids needed something to do inside.
Yep.
So,
There's actually a statue of that of the something. I don't know. I didn't really look at it, but there's a statue
yeah.
around the Naismith thing.
Yep, yep,
That
yep. So we
there's
have the Basketball Hall of Fame that pretty much every local has never been to.
really
Yeah,
because it's there. It's
it's
going to be there all the time.
exactly.
Why would you need to go? Yeah, exactly. But I'm sure people travel there just to go.
Yeah.
Like the Dr.
And
Seuss thing. There's
yeah.
a Titanic museum I saw. Have you been to that? I don't,
I didn't even know that was here.
yeah, it's a home of well, it's just it's a collection. Somebody started a Titanic collection or something. And it's I don't know.
Cool.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, we have Smith's, one of the oldest billiards clubs in the states that's still open. So that
Like pool tables.
yeah,
Things?
yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of partying goes on up there, and that's a
billiard.
creepy old building with old tin ceilings and
Oh, nice.
little rickety floors. And
What about like venues? Are there any really cool venues that would
yeah, we
like?
had Fat Cats. I think that's back now actually, but that was popping off when I was a kid with like
Yeah.
heavy shows and stuff. Um, a couple towns over, Holyoke, the waterfront was like a huge thing. Every Sunday there were shows there, and
On
all
Sundays?
whether you were into pop punk, heavy metal,
That was the spot.
deathcore, whatever shoegaze shit, you were if you were in the scene, you were probably there on Sunday.
Were you there on
I
Sunday?
was a lot, yeah, I was a lot. Uh, and then yeah, unfortunately, it got sold under new management, and they kind of got away from doing the heavy stuff. So,
There's an armory there. Of course, there's an armory probably in every city, but it's the largest collection of historic military firearms in the United States.
goddamn, hell yeah, that's dope.
So you definitely got a bunch of ammunition there. Yeah, I saw this and I was like, wait, what? It's the Barney family mausoleum. Now, everybody thinks of Barney as the purple dinosaur, but it has nothing to do with that. That's because as soon as I saw that, I thought it said museum, and then I was like mausoleum. Okay, but I guess it's the he the some guy that he created the largest public park in Massachusetts. I don't know. I'm just kind of browsing. Yeah. Let's see. Everett Barney. I love you. Okay, no, it's not the same one. Um, yeah, I guess during the Civil War or something, he opened up this. He had a bunch of land and just he made the first or the largest park in Massachusetts, Western Massachusetts. He sounds interesting.
Sure
Now
does.
there is a Dr. Seuss sculpture garden, which I think would be definitely creepy, especially at night, or
Definitely,
maybe even during the day.
definitely.
Have you been to that? Have you been to the sculpture garden?
A long time ago, yeah.
Come on, man. You need to. Okay, you're. I know you're grown, and it'd be kind of shitty for if anybody saw you down there. But you should go down there at night with like a one of those spirit box things and see if they don't any of them will like have any. I don't know. I have paranormal guys on here every once in a while, and they're trying to attract me into their realm, and I can't do it. I just can't do it. For one thing, it freaks me the hell out, and the other thing, I can't get into that. You know, but
I
that would be creepy though. I mean, like, there's actually okay in this picture. What is in that picture? Let me click on it here. That's oh, okay. So it's actually a table, and it's let's see, where is that? Where's the caption? Really, you're not gonna give me a caption to that? Okay, but it's like, can you imagine just like sitting down at the table? There's the Cat in the Hat standing there, and I guess it would be Dr. Seuss sitting in a chair. This is a sculpture. It's sitting in a chair, reading a book. Can you imagine like pulling up a chair and sitting at the table with him and talking to a statue? Can you?
can imagine it.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. I don't know, but
I don't know
I
how
don't,
big
it
actually, but
kind of looks creepy to me. I don't know. It just seems creepy. I don't know. What's okay? So what's the you said you toured a lot, especially during the or before the pandemic.
yeah.
What was the? We'll start with the best, and then we'll go to the worst. What was the best experience you had while on tour? Best venue, it could be best of anything, or best opener. I don't know, or best anything. The best experience, I guess, you had to date. Up to today. Or it could be with the other band too. If you want, it could be just personally.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we started to get on a lot of the bigger shows, and it was really cool. So I think we would try to attach little runs to the bigger shows. And yeah, one year in Worcester for Christmas, we got to do 4 Year Strong's Christmas show.
Oh
So that
yeah.
pretty much sold out Worcester Palladium, which was a pretty big deal for us. Thousands of people. Really, 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 really cool. Got to hang out in the green room, and they had you know a plethora of PBR tall boys at the ready for us. That was definitely cool. We played with Vanna in, I think, Rhode Island or something, and that was pretty packed. Uh, yeah, a lot. I don't know. We've
There's
had,
just too
a
too
lot of
many.
cool experiences. It's crazy to think how long it's been
Yeah.
since then, and we stopped playing shows to finish that record before the pandemic, whatever
Yeah.
thing happened,
The
and
hiatus, right?
yeah,
The hiatus that everybody had to take. You're just
yeah,
forced to take a
exactly.
hiatus.
So yeah, it's been a minute. We have yet to play live yet because we're just picking up the pieces now. Really.
You got it. You guys got this. It's good. Like, I want to see it. I'll travel up there. I need to come up there and see Rose Lane anyway. So you guys do a show. Was it Ralph's? Have you ever played at Ralph's in
Okay.
Worcester? I guess Ralph's is a place that they frequent a lot and play a lot at. And so, what about like the worst experience that you've had on a tour?
Okay, yeah, I'll say this is almost the worst and the best.
Okay.
Uh, we were on our way to Atlanta, I believe, Georgia, to play a show, and our van at the time, little FE 150, little Econoline piece of shit,
Yeah.
uh, it just started to die on us, and we thought it was the battery, so we pulled over, got a new battery. Not the battery.
Oh no.
Turned out it was the alternator. So we pulled into an AutoZone, and luckily Alex is pretty goddamn good at cars and shit. So he managed with our, us assisting him, managed to get the alternator swapped out and made it to the show, and it was a really good show. And
Oh, hell yeah.
the more south we tend to get, because we are like riffy and rock and rolly, they really fuck with us. You know what I mean? So like, we ended up selling out merch, and everyone was like tripping about our set and stuff. So it was like a bummer. We were all stressed out. We weren't going to fucking make it, and we were stranded in an AutoZone parking lot in the middle of fucking Atlanta or Georgia or wherever the fuck. But yeah, we ended up making it, and that show was super sick, and everybody was really
That
welcoming.
makes it all worth it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, that would have been real shitty if you would have got there and be like, "Who the hell are these guys? And can they get off the stage now?" You know,
Yeah.
like that would have
No,
been
no.
awful. Wow,
Yeah,
that
that
would have been,
shit,
you know.
yeah, that shit was dope.
Have,
So
have there have there been times? I don't really ask this question much, but have there been times? Maybe you can kind of speak for the other members, where you just kind of second guess your you know, it was a good idea at the beginning. You know, say like maybe after the pandemic, and you know you're starting to get Dope Ghost going again, and it's just not working out. You know, things are just you know you're kind of questioning whether you should keep going or should just start all over with another project. I mean,
yeah, that's
does
every
that
day.
happen every day?
Yeah, that's every day.
No,
But
no.
like, listen, like, you know, being in a band is, you know, you're basically an entrepreneur and you're trying to build a brand, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's all entrepreneurship is getting shit on and taking loss after loss after loss. But the silver lining in that is you learn from every you never learn from your wins. You only learn from your losses. So if you can learn from them and kind of take that with you into the future, you know, you're just going to be all the better for it. So
Yeah.
that's all it is. You know what I mean? So, uh, when I decided to do music again, like just put it out, it was just for fun. And I figured, well, Dope Ghost already has like, you know, somewhat of a platform. So let's just do it. And the response to this stuff has been super cool. So it's very humbling. I'm very excited and I can't wait to put more music out and start ripping shows again and you know, really
Were
start
you able
past.
to reconnect with people that listened to you, you know, before the pandemic and before, you know, all this?
Yeah, so
Reconnect with
funny
them?
enough, we were about to just like start making some noise again, and this guy, uh, just messaged our Facebook or whatever. He was like, "Hey, I don't know if you guys even do this anymore, but I just wanted to send, if anyone will fucking see this, but I just wanted to send a message and say that last record really did
Oh
a lot
yeah.
for me. So thank you." And I
Yeah.
was like, I hit him, I saw it and I hit him back immediately. I was like, bro, you might be pleasantly surprised. We got some stuff cooking and like, and I
Wow.
just I appreciated the message so much that I was just like, send me your address. I'm going to send you a suite of merch, you know?
Yeah.
So I
That's
sent him,
badass.
you know, a record,
Was that the one that was on Instagram? I saw something on Instagram of somebody that had it looks like they had merch, I think. Or did I?
yeah, yeah. So we've actually been offering these for free.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. I did see that.
So if anyone wants one of these, I just ask that you pay the shipping and handling because either ways I'll go broke shipping these out to everybody. So
I will get one. I will get one.
hell
Put
yeah,
my name on one of them. And a sticker too. Sticker. You
yeah,
got to put a
absolutely.
sticker in
Just
mine.
comes with a sticker for the first 100 people until I get more stickers.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So okay, go ahead and plug. Well, no, we'll do that at the end. We'll do social media plugging at the end and all that plugging stuff.
Mhm.
Let's listen to Roses. Roses seems to be the theme of this. I guess everything because well, one thing that you know every cover is red, and you know roses are red. Of course, there are black roses. There are white roses.
Yeah,
You
sure.
know, I think I even put a rose like GIF in the first announcement when I announced it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I've been sending the little rose.
that was pretty cool though. You know the way it does it. I was like, I think you guys might have used that one before.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's with roses basically? What's this one about and why red? I guess and you know
Mm, I don't know. I think when I'm writing, things just tend to work out, and I'm like, okay, I take a step back. Like when you're writing and being creative, you're basically wrangling something out of the ether that doesn't exist yet, and you know, forcing it to exist. So,
yeah
um, at the end of the day, at the end of the song, there's this line: "Rip roses from the roots, and the rose screams," or something like that.
yeah.
And I just thought I just liked that, and I thought it was a cool title for the song. So, and you know, make of that what you will, I guess.
It's a tight song. It really is.
Cool, man.
This is Dope Ghost with Roses, and this is I'm telling you, you need to go check this out, and you can get a physical copy. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. How you can get that and get maybe a sticker too.
Yeah,
Here's Roses.
buddy.
Yeah, that's I. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I, I just, I love that. You know, you have the screaming in there with the energy, and then you have the, you know, the just this, that haunting, just whatever that haunting voice in the background doing saying whatever it's saying, and
Mm,
just that's excellent. I love that stuff. Good
appreciate it,
shit.
man. Yeah, I just I like technically the last part is that big swelly, like really heavy part, and then the vocals are a little bit lighter over it. So I like that sort
Oh,
of.
and the just the subtle symbols in the background, just kind of keeping the same, you know, just. Hmm. Did you guys
Totally.
do that DIY or did you go to a studio and do that?
I had to go to a studio. Like
Yeah.
I do all the pre-production myself,
Yeah.
but I'm not I'm not that guy.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not. I don't do that either. I don't. I'm just getting started with GarageBand. It's been on my Mac the entire time I've had it. I just don't. I don't get it, and now I'm just, I'm starting to do. But Acute Mania came from that was what I called my electronic stuff that I did, and a
Yeah,
while ago, and it's all on SoundCloud. You can still listen to it on SoundCloud, but I'm wanting to do something more intricate now, and that I just the other night I started doing GarageBand and watching tutorials and asking my buddy Rob, how do I do this? Because he does it on his phone like all the time. It's just crazy. But yeah, it's a whole nother aspect of making music. Like putting it together in tracks, and that's not for
yeah.
me.
I'm
Not
lucky because I can do all the pre-production at my house, and then my friend Ryan actually moved back right around the same time I did, uh, from Tennessee, and yeah, he's really amazing at reporting, and he was trying to get back into the swing of things too, kind of at the same time that we were. So it was like we were just gelling, and he did a really great job at Valiant, doing the recording. And then I shipped it to my buddy over the pond in England that did the master. He has like a mastering house, so he
sounds
gave
excellent.
us a master on, you know, all different platforms. So one for CD, one for vinyl, one for
Oh,
streaming, one for
nice.
YouTube. So yeah, excellent. I can't recommend those guys enough. If
Go ahead and
you know,
shout about. Go ahead. Yeah, all of it.
yeah.
Where can okay? So I'm definitely going to get a physical copy, and I will pay you double in shipping. That way,
No.
if that way if it's just extra. I always do that on Bandcamp too. If somebody says a CD is $5, yes, it's $5, but here I'll give you 10. That way it
Yeah,
covers
yeah,
some things.
yeah.
But where can people find this? In how can they get a hold of you for a physical copy?
So yeah, there's I have some ads out there in the ether running,
You
just
do?
doing some marketing, and then because lots of bands, lots of bands really make these incredible songs and records, and they spend all this money recording it and getting everything pressed, and then
Exactly.
comes out and
You can't
they
really
don't do
you can't
anything to
just give it
market it.
away, but you
And
have
I
to.
did the same thing for a long time, and I learned the hard way. Uh, you got to allocate a certain amount of the budget to marketing, or it's just
Yeah, you got to get
won't
something.
do it.
Something's got to come back.
So yeah, there's a link on our Instagram. Instagram is definitely like the hub I spend most of the time. Facebook seems like it's
Likewise.
kind of meh.
Yeah, Facebook's just it's yeah. I know what
Yeah,
you mean. Yeah.
and I don't know about TikTok, so
Yeah.
Instagram, yeah, you can DM me. I'm probably on there if anyone needs anything. But
I'll
yeah,
stick
there's a
it in
bunch
the
of
description.
links. There's a link to the free CD, like I said, and then if you want to grab anything else, there's offers up there too, and we have a Shopify and this, that, and the third. So
I'll stick it in the description once we get done, and that way people can find you.
yeah, it'd be great, man. Appreciate it.
It's really good stuff. You definitely need to once you start thinking about getting well, you said October for Tampa.
Mhm.
Once you start planning that, get a hold of me and I will do my best. I don't have really any pull anywhere. I just
Mhm.
know of fantastic places to play, and
Cool.
place people to play with, and we can try to set something up for you around here.
Yeah, that'd be
I would
great.
love to see it. It's really good stuff, man. And you
Thanks,
guys
man.
were, yeah, the pandemic fucked everybody, and it sucks. But the,
Yeah,
you
onward
got
and upward.
you
Onward
guys,
and upward.
you had it then, and you got it. You still have it. Nothing fell off. I don't think. I haven't listened to the older stuff. A little bit I did, but this is right up my alley for one thing. This kind of with the clean singing and the screaming.
Mm-hmm.
I love bands that do that, and especially from the same person when it's coming when the vocals are coming from the same person, not two people. That's
Mm.
also to me that's just amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing that they can do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you got it, man. Yeah, we'll be seeing you soon. I'm sure
Hell
somewhere.
yeah, dude.
I will travel. I will travel if I have to.
Yeah.
Just that's
Well, we'll
good.
be traveling, so.
I'll hook you up with Rose Lane too, and maybe you guys could do some shows up your way together.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
guys are ready to
Absolutely.
start playing. I know they play out pretty frequently.
Yeah, we're all for the networking, so
Yeah. How far is Worcester from you?
30 minutes.
Really?
Nothing crazy, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you guys need to what is it? Link or
Yeah. Link up.
link up? Link up. Well, it's Easter today. Did you
Yeah.
celebrate with ham or any kind
I
of?
did. Yeah, me and my girl went out last night with some friends, and I really don't drink that much anymore because I love the gym. But like when I do, I always overdo it. we were
You
we
celebrated last
we did some karaoke last night and had some drinks, and then uh, we went to her family.
Okay, I got a question for you. What's your go-to karaoke song? What were you
That's a
singing?
good question because I feel like you know what I mean. I was actually asking the sound guy last night. I was like, "Is there any reverb on that mic at all?" He was like, "Nope,
Something, yes.
try." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "I don't know how to do it." So I'm literally like kind of like half cocked, and I have like the manual for like his
Oh,
equipment up, like drunk reading it, trying to figure out how to get
did you get it?
some
Did you get it?
semblance of reverb on there, so every little nook and cranny inconsistency isn't heard by everyone.
Oh man,
And I
did you
just got
find
up.
something? What did you do? What did you sing?
I did a shine down song because I felt like it was easier to remember.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the words are right there, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but
Do
it was a
you
fun.
do you ever use any cheat sheets like when you're playing live of your own lyrics so you don't forget them?
No, but I should.
I we
I
our
probably
band
will.
our band played our first show on March 9th, and I play I have it right here. I'll show it to you. I play this and sing. So it's a Moog DFAM. So
Okay.
I have to have this on a stand. I don't have like a dedicated. There's no like. So I just put it on like a metal music stand, and it has that lip in the front of it. So
Hmm.
I put my iPad right there beside it with my lyrics on it.
There you go.
We only did two songs, but and I know the lyrics, but sometimes you get that brain fart where you just don't like. I've done it even in practice, like where I'll repeat or I'll just completely omit like an entire section of lyrics that I wrote.
Hmm.
It's like, so yeah,
No, yeah, yeah. It's funny. You're like, okay, well, how does it start? And you just like draw blank, and then you just got to do something, and hopefully it comes together, and you're like, oh yeah, that's how it goes.
and I can't ad lib for shit. So like when we're trying to when we're all jamming and they're writing like this new thing, I'm like, yeah, keep doing that or something. Like, well, last night Rob was here and he's doing this really, it was awesome. I was like, you're recording this, right? He's like, yeah. So I was like, well, just keep doing that. I wrote like 4 lines to it, and I'm like, keep doing it because he kept changing. He gets bored, he'll just change to
Yep.
something to try to get it somewhere. But I can't just sit there and sing nothing. I can do like ahs and oohs and things like that. But I don't want to do that because I want to actually make it something.
Yeah, yeah,
But
absolutely.
is that kind of sort of the way your all's writing process goes? Does somebody start with a riff and the drummer kind of drums and then
So it
lyrics come later?
used to be very um organic like that.
Yeah,
Uh, come with a song idea. I would come with a song idea on guitar, and then we would just kind of
mesh it
back it
together.
until it made sense in a
Yeah,
live setting, and we would just rehearse it and then stack songs, and you get really tight that way. But uh, I was just kind of alone writing music for a long, long time, so I just did it myself
yeah,
on a computer. Just it's like a digital notepad for music. You know what I
exactly.
mean? So, and I didn't know what the lineup was going to be. I didn't know if I was going to be the singer, or I didn't know if, you know what I mean? I didn't know anything. So it just kind of, that's now how we do it. Like I'll have really rough ideas kind of mapped out. and then we'll take it to practice because we're all a fair bit older than we once were, and
Yeah, exactly.
everyone has
Feel it.
different schedules, and that's the thing about being in a band. I think is it's hard to get multiple people focused on the same goal at the same time based on where they're at in their life and get everyone moving forward together. It's very complicated because if you just have a business idea and you're like, okay, I'm going to go for this, right? And I can do this. So
Yeah.
that's why a lot of times I feel like, one or two members end up doing, 90% of the heavy lifting in a band,
Yeah, but I think that kind of goes along with any band, really. It's hard to get everyone involved and and is motivated.
Yeah,
Also,
exactly. Exactly.
motivation's a big thing.
Exactly. So,
I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of I take all these things in and I ask these questions. A lot of times for personal reasons, just because our band's kind of new. Yeah, I've been playing. I'll be 44 this year. I've been playing
mhm.
a lot of. I played a lot of bands. A lot of different entities and just open mics and things like that. And it seems like this is going to be good. Because this is what you know I've wanted to sing to for quite a while. And we got the kind of people, but nobody really has any kind of. Nobody wants to go play. We played that one show, so we were pressured. We were pressured for like 3 months, of finding a drummer, finding a bass player, and then we finally got that. We practiced, and it was a good show. We did a good. We only played 2 songs, but our songs are like 8-9 minutes long.
Okay, yeah.
So that we don't we tell more of a
And LPs
story
for the music
than
and do
yeah
something.
we do more of a story of in the song other than just a song. 3 minutes and
That's
done.
dope. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's fun. We enjoy doing it, and I want to keep it fun. I don't want to. I don't. I was. We kind of had to be business, for 3 months, just because we had a show coming up.
Mhm.
But it was a guest that I've had on the show from Yonkers, New York, called
Oh,
Maintenance. Called Maintenance, yeah, and they were wanting to come down this way and play, and they gave me a date, and then they said we're bringing a band from New York City called Gal. So they came down, and I looked at Rob and I said, we should open this show if we can find. This was in November. I was like, if we can find a drummer and a bass player, we could do this. Just with the 2 songs that we have, we could do that,
yeah.
and we did. We did it. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, no. I don't know where it's going, but we are writing some new things, and
Cool, man.
we'll see. So
Yeah. I'm all for
I'll
the
send you a
art.
I'll send you a follow from we have a band Instagram, and I'll
Sweet.
send you a follow from there. So
Yeah, that'd be great.
well, I think we'll quit early tonight, a little bit early since it's Easter.
Yeah.
So you can get back to your dog. What's your dog's name?
Doc.
What is it?
Doc.
Doc.
Yeah.
Doc.
He-
Why? Yeah, it's the accent. You have a little bit of the accent, so it's Dak, right?
Doc, yeah. Doc,
Doc.
like doctor. He's from the streets of Detroit.
He's
So,
from the streets.
yeah.
I actually have a Detroit Red Wings tattoo on my calf.
There you go. Yeah, he's from a long way, man.
So
He
we're
was
we're
a wild
we're,
boy,
we're
man. He's
me and him are like this.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, my cat usually comes in here, but I shut the door this evening, so he would. There's wires since I've been doing this, starting this electronic thing. There's wires everywhere in here, so
Yeah, that's all you need is for the
yeah.
cat
He
to come in and
he'll
step
do it
on the
like
wrong button.
he chews on wires right in front of me. It's like I'm sitting right here. Like I can see that.
Yeah.
I've kept him out tonight. But yeah, we'll quit a little bit early tonight. Definitely come back on the show. Come back and especially when you're getting ready to release something, or
Mhm.
just whenever, even if you just want to, just hit me up. Let's do the show again.
Yeah, that'd be great,
Um,
man.
Plan on coming through this area, on your way to Florida, or
Yes.
anytime.
Oh,
Let me know when you want
it's
to come down, and we'll.
like I said, that West Virginia, Ohio, and then like south of that has always been really, really good to us. So
Awesome.
definitely in the plans. So it's
Sure. Let me know. Let me know. We'll get
just
you
the
linked up with
logistics of figuring
some.
it all out and getting it going, So
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm excited. I really want to see it live, and I look forward to what you have coming out. Which brings me to the question: what's next?
yeah. So like I said, I had a grip of songs that I had written, and I just it was with all the logistics of, like I said, getting everybody moving in the same direction is very hard. And I was just like, I'm just gonna put 3 songs together. We're gonna go record them and put them out and just get the ball rolling here. So that's kind of the plan, is to kind of put the rest of these songs out and 1 or 2 more EPs, and then start working on probably another full length, and
Do you have
really
do you have
sort of a
a
warm audience ready for it, you know.
do you have a next single coming out soon that we can expect, or just kind of
Well,
not?
before the year is up for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
I would I
definitely.
would say I would say another you can expect another EP by Q3, Q4 the latest. So
Nice. I can't
yeah.
wait. I can't wait.
Uh,
I can't wait to hear what else you guys have. It sounds really good. It's I want to see it. I want to see it live.
hell yeah. I'm gonna play it live, so
I will swap stickers with you. I will send you guys a few things also. You know, in addition to stickers,
yeah,
I'll
it'd be great to.
send a little bit of stuff, especially for being on the show. I appreciate you being on. It's been a
Yeah, I
pleasure
appreciate you
talking to you.
having me. This has been really fun, and I think I think this sort of uh, this internet sort of people jumping on and having podcasts is really really cool, and it's really important for people to get on and communicate. And
Yeah, for sure.
that's the only way we figure things out is by
It's the only
talk.
way you find good music, really. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. And music aside, I mean, just getting ideas hammered
Yeah.
out and talking and having an open dialogue is so important. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, and I appreciate Dopeghost making great music because it's I needed something. I always need fresh. Everybody needs fresh things to listen to, and of
Yeah.
course, for me, it's always fresh. It's always something new to listen to, and
Mhm.
a lot of times I get the chance to talk to the the minds behind the music. Not all the time, but
Yeah.
most of the time. I have a really good band on Tuesday. It's been on. Gosh, I think it was 2022 the last time they were on. But have seen them live several times. They live in Canton, Ohio. They're called Asava, and they have a really good. They're back, and we'll kind of talk about why I'm saying it like that. I'll wait for them to explain it on Tuesday if
Mhm.
they would like to. I saw them last weekend down in Dunbar, which is Southern West Virginia, at the shop, and they were excellent. And I think there was more fire in them then, when I saw them than ever, And they're really cool guys, and I really look forward to that show, as I do all of them. But I'm really looking forward to talking to these guys again, and
Yeah.
as
Absolutely.
a sit down thing for an hour. And yeah, I talked to them backstage at the show, but they were, they're getting ready for a show, so like they can't really talk that much, So
Mhm.
so we'll talk to them on Tuesday at a little bit early in the afternoon at 4 p.m. on Tuesday with Asava. And then Thursday, I just saw this band recently up in Pittsburgh. Riding with Killers is the brainchild of the newest guitar player of Taproot, Taylor Roberts.
Huh.
So Taylor will be on Thursday at 8 p.m. I think is what we made it, 8 p.m.
Very cool.
So that'll
Very
be
cool.
cool. He's a really nice guy, and I've read some things, some things online. Jazz guitarist was in there and some of that stuff. So I had some questions that I did ask. The music's phenomenal that they're doing.
Very
So
cool.
we'll talk with Taylor from Riding with Killers on Thursday at 8 p.m.
Awesome. Where does all this get posted when it?
It'll be right on YouTube as soon as we're done. Yours will be up, and yeah, since it's all live, it uploads immediately.
Awesome.
I'll post some clips, up to Instagram and stuff.
Sweet.
Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer. It just depends on what's going on and
Yeah, of course.
who hits me up and things. So, but yeah, I'll post some clips from this show, and then I'll be back on Tuesday at 4 p.m. with Asava, and we're gonna end the show with okay. So if you have Apple Music, this is kind of confusing. If you have Apple Music, you can find this under Shallow, which is what the band was called before they were Sunbreak.
Hmm.
For some reason, Apple is the only platform that has not changed their name yet. And we talked about it when I interviewed them also, but you can find it on Spotify and others under Sunbreak, all one word, Sunbreak.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a.
This song
Yeah.
is called Paradise, and we'll listen to that on the way out. So,
Sweet.
David, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure talking to you and talking all things Dopeghost, and I can't wait to see you guys live, meet you in person. I do hugs, when I
Yeah.
meet you, we hug.
I mean, that's
So,
that's just cool with me, man. I appreciate you
great.
having me on, and like I said, having a conversation, and yeah, let's keep in
Sure.
touch.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Sweet.
Take care. I will talk to you very soon. Here is not Shallow, but if you're on Apple like me, it's Shallow. But it's a Sunbreak with Paradise, and off their newest EP that's coming out very soon. Take care, David. I will see everybody else at 4 p.m. on Tuesday with Asava. We'll see you. My beanster.
Later.